What's up, y'all? This is Lyrics Form back in the building taking your questions, the L-BEEZIES, for another edition of Ask LB. This one comes from my man Brandon. He says, when you're in a creative rut, how do you lift yourself out of it? You know, I'll be totally honest with you. I mean, I felt tired sometimes, and I felt physically worn out. You know, like if I've been touring a lot or I've just been doing a lot of one thing a lot. But, you know, I never really get creatively burned out. I mean, at least it hasn't happened yet. You know, I never really feel that way. And I think it's because every day my life is so varied. You know, I'm just not doing one thing every day. I'm not just in the studio one day. I'm not just on the road. You know, I do a lot of different things, you know, on a weekly basis. You know, I have touring, I have shows, I have interviews, I have appearances, I write songs, I'm in the studio, I'm recording, I do voice, I do my Cartoon Network, my voiceover, I do voiceover for other things. You know, I spend time with my family. I think because, you know, I keep it all varied, and because I do so many different things, I never really get bored, you know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing for me, is just my largest enemy, my biggest enemy, my biggest foe is boredom. I cannot stand to be bored. And I think one of the things that I do to combat that is, you know, I just work on a variety of things all the time, you know what I mean? And I think I'm one of those type of people that I'm inspired by multitasking, you know what I mean? And I feel, because I just feel like the juices are always flowing. You know, if I'm in one city one day and one city the next day, and then I hit the studio, and then, you know, I get on the phone and I do an interview, and then I talk to my people that I do business with, and then I come up with an art concept for my next album cover or for my next tour poster, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I get on the phone and I'm talking with a clothing designer, and I'm talking with other artists, and I have discussions with music, with a guitar player, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I'm just sort of freestyling in the car, or, you know, I get online and I check out all the new music that's happening. I mean, that's kind of how I keep myself inspired. It's just what I love to do, you know? And so, you know, thank God. I mean, I've never really felt like I've ever been in a creative rut, you know? And I think it's just because, like I said, I mean, I keep my mind and I keep my spirit occupied, you know? And so I think because I'm constantly in motion in one way or another, I think that's what kind of keeps me going and keeps me out of those creative ruts. Now, that doesn't mean that I've written some songs that are better than others, you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, I never feel like I'm at a loss for words, you know, and I never really feel like I'm at a loss for ideas. So sometimes I get tired, but, you know, then I just take a rest, you know, and I just continue to, you know, kind of, I'm like a hybrid motor, you know what I mean? It kind of charges itself even when the car is idling, you know what I mean? So that's sort of, that's how I get down.